How's it going today, guys? So today we're going to be talking about my top 5 stock picks for beginners in 2018, and these are stocks that I think are suitable for beginners for a number of reasons that I will discuss going forward. Now, before we go ahead and talk about that, I want to do a bit of an accountability check here for myself because I made this exact same video back on April 20th of 2017. So I picked 5 stocks back on April 20th, and I said these stocks would be suitable for beginners. And so what I want to do is take a look at the performance of these stocks from that point until now. And looks like I made some very good picks here because all 5 of these stocks did very well, and all 5 outperformed the S&P 500. So first of all, we had Waste Management was on my list there, and Waste Management returned 17.4% since April 20th. Second, we had Microsoft on this list, and Microsoft returned 43.6% since being added. That was obviously the top performer of this list. Number 3 was American Express, and they returned 23.5%. Number 4 was Cisco Systems. They were the second best stock, returning 34%. And number 5 was Apple, returning 23.2%. And in that time frame, the S&P 500 returned 16.6%. So all 5 of these stocks outperformed the overall market. Now, I still have confidence in all 5 of these stocks listed from 2017, so these might be great picks for beginners, and I will also link up that video at the end of this one if you guys want to check that out. But I wanted to do 5 completely different picks for the year of 2018, and that's what we're going to talk about now. Now, I did have one main piece of criticism from that video, and that was the fact that as a beginner, you're looking for investments that are not very volatile. So a volatile investment fluctuates up and down frequently, and beginners who have little experience with the stock market might get frightened or nervous from that volatility, and this could cause them to make emotional decisions. If they see that price fall significantly in the short term, they might get nervous and say, okay, I better sell this investment. It's an emotional response that many beginners especially have with the market. So stocks like Microsoft and Apple, those are quite volatile investments. And so for these picks, I wanted to make sure I included low volatility investments. And the way we are doing that is by looking at the beta. The beta basically allows you to compare the volatility of this investment to the stock market. And a beta below 1 means that this investment is less volatile than the overall market. And if the beta is above 1, it means that this investment is more volatile than the actual market itself. So the only criteria for these 5 picks here is that these stocks have to have a beta of less than 1, which makes them less volatile than the overall market itself. And that is going to make sure these investments are typically going to be less volatile than the market itself. And that is something that beginners should be looking for. Now, I just want to mention briefly as well that my new stock membership site known as Stock Radar, where we do weekly stock analysis, is officially open. There is a huge discount going on with this membership for the next 4 days only. It's going to end on March 1st at 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The membership for this site is going to be $19 a month, but up until that date, it is just going to be $14 a month. And what I'm doing in that group is weekly stock analysis. I already did a video on Amazon stock. I posted it to the YouTube channel here, and I'll link it up in the description if you guys want to check that out to get a sneak preview of Stock Radar. But you will also get access to a private Facebook group to talk to others about investments. You're going to get the ability to vote on what stock I analyze each week, and you're also going to get a lot of bonus content. Now, I also have another piece of news about Stock Radar. I'm going to be doing a free course, or it's going to be a course that is part of that group, all about fundamental stock analysis. So we're going to talk about analyzing the fundamentals of a company and looking at key financial ratios. And I'm going to start posting lectures on fundamental stock analysis within that group as soon as this week. So you guys are going to get access to 4 weekly stock analysis videos, a whole membership group you can have discussions with people in, and also all kinds of bonus content and lectures. It's just going to keep on getting bigger and better with time, but that price is going to go up incrementally with time. So if this does interest you, you might want to get in while the price is low. But now let's go ahead and get into this video and talk about my top 5 stock picks for 2018. And these are in no particular order. These are just my 5 favorite investments for beginners. Again, all of which that have a beta of less than 1. Number 1 on my list here is UnitedHealth. They trade under the symbol UNH. They have a price to earnings ratio of 24. They pay a dividend of 1.3%, and they have a beta of 0.64. So this is a very simple company that offers healthcare products and insurance services, particularly to employers. So if you are an employee and you have an employer-sponsored healthcare plan in the United States, there's a good chance that your healthcare plan is actually through UnitedHealth. Now, the reason I like this is because this is a very defensive industry, and what I mean by that is this is not an industry that is going to be affected much by the underlying market itself. You typically see with cyclical industries that they outperform in a bull market and then they underperform in a bear market just because there is less spending being directed to these businesses and industries. But with defensive industries, the spending is relatively consistent. And what I mean by that is people are not going to be spending more money on their health insurance just because they have the extra money. They tend to pay for their health insurance plans no matter what the underlying economy is doing. And when we're looking at stocks for beginners, one thing we are going to be looking for is consistency over the long term. And due to the defensive nature of this business, this should be a great pick for beginners. Now, there is one threat to UnitedHealth, and it actually sent this stock into a bit of a sell-off here in 2018, and we're going to go ahead and discuss this now. So Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, and JP Morgan Chase have announced that they are teaming up to create a new healthcare company with the goal of lowering healthcare costs and better serving customers. Now, obviously, because UnitedHealth is one of the largest providers of healthcare insurance and services, that stock went into a bit of a sell-off, and I think that that sell-off is really overdone because particularly when we're looking at Amazon, they take on very long-term projects. So is UnitedHealth under a threat due to this new idea being formed with these large companies taking on health insurance? They may have a threat long-term, but in the short term, this really will not affect UnitedHealth at all. And I really don't see this happening for the next 5 years or more because this is a very large project that they are undergoing. So I don't see this as a threat to UnitedHealth in the short term. Maybe in 5 to 10 years this would be a threat to them, but in the short term I still see UnitedHealth as a very strong investment. So moving on, the second stock on my list here is the Boston Beer Company. They trade under the symbol SAM or SAM. They do not pay a dividend. They are a smaller company, the smallest one on this list. They have a PE ratio of 26 and they have a beta of 0.76. So the Boston Beer Company has a number of key brands under their name. My favorite beer, of course, is the Sam Adams Boston Lager, and that is their flagship beer or the main product, the best-selling product for them. But they also do have a couple other recognizable names under them as well. And those would be Twisted Tea, Angry Orchard, and then the Truly brand of spiked beverages and seltzers. So the Boston Beverage Company is one of the leading craft breweries in the United States, and I think that a lot of people really enjoy their product, especially millennials. I know a lot of people are into the craft beers and craft breweries, and so I see a lot of positives for this stock. However, a lot of people would not invest in this company because this is what we call a sin stock. And sin stocks are companies that produce a product that harm the general public. So this would be like, for example, tobacco companies and alcohol companies are the major sin stocks out there. Now, if you're somebody who does not want to invest in something that is possibly damaging people's lives, then maybe you would not be interested in the Boston Beer Company. But I just tend to look at things objectively. I wouldn't really have a problem with investing in a craft brewery. I would never invest in a tobacco company. That is just for personal and ethical reasons. That is not something I would want my money invested in just because I think that cigarettes and tobacco products are very damaging to people's lives. But I don't really see that same effect here with a craft brewery. But the reason why people tend to like these sin stocks is because they are, again, recession-proof investments, because people tend to buy their cigarettes and their alcohol no matter what the underlying economy is doing. Especially if they're falling on hard times, a lot of people are going to be consuming more of these harmful products like alcohol and tobacco, and so this might be an investment that is going to have better durability during a poor economic time. So the third pick on my list here is 3M. They trade under the symbol MMM. They have a price to earnings ratio of 26. They pay a dividend of 2.3%, and they have a beta of 0.97%. So 3M stock correlates very closely with the actual market itself, looking at that beta. The reason I like 3M is because they have a very consistent operating and growth history, and they also have diversification across different industries within their product segments. So the main positive here for 3M is that through this investment of one stock, you're getting exposure to multiple different sectors because they are involved in so many different products. I'm using a 3M product right now. I don't know if you guys can see the logo, but 3M owns Post-it. They got the logo in the top right there. It might be getting cut off by the camera, but personally in my room here, I have many 3M products that I'm using using every single day. This right here is an example of another 3M product I'm using frequently. I have sound padding all around my studio, and this is the general purpose 45 spray adhesive that 3M makes, and I use this to attach those actual sound panels to the cardboard. So 3M has all kinds of different products. Most people don't even know whether or not a product is owned by 3M because they just have so many out there, but they have things like painter's tape, they have solvents, they have adhesives, and I'm going to go over a few more examples of that now. So first of all, we have consumer goods. We have things like the Post-it brand as well as Scotch tape, things that people are using every single day at home and also in their offices. Second, we have the healthcare industry. They have bandages, they have casting materials, they have dental products and other medical technology products as well. And then third of all, we have the industrial side of the business. They have a lot of auto products, they have adhesives, they have abrasives, and they have filters. They have all kinds of different products that are used in industrial applications. So the main plus for this company is the consistent operating history. They're a very old, time-tested, durable investment, and it gives you exposure to multiple different sectors out there through one investment. Number 4 on my list is actually a REIT, a real estate investment trust, and this is the American Tower Corporation. They trade under the symbol AMT. Now AMT has a PE of 54, but we're going to talk about that in just a second. They pay a dividend of 2%, and they have a beta of 0.86. So as we said, the American Tower Corporation is a real estate investment trust, meaning that they own real estate all over the world in this case, and what they own is cell towers. So they basically rent out cell towers to major cell carriers. Now they have about 40,000 towers here in the United States, but what is more interesting to me is the fact that they have over 108,000 international cell towers, and those international cell towers are particularly in 3 different areas. That is Latin America, India, and Africa, 3 emerging markets. So what I like about American Tower Corporation is it gives you a lot of exposure to global emerging markets. And as these markets are growing, there is expected to be rapid growth in the telecommunications space as there are more and more people looking to be connected to data networks. But the big question you may have is, why is this investment on my list here when they have a price to earnings ratio of 54? It is significantly higher than any other one on my list here, and I'm going to explain to you right now why looking at the price to earnings ratio is pretty much useless when you're analyzing equity REITs or real estate investment trusts. That is because these equity REITs have a lot of depreciation expenses. When they buy a piece of real estate, they are able to depreciate that asset over a number of years. Now these expenses are not actually costing the company anything, but they are accounting for them each year. So that inflates the price to earnings ratio as expenses are higher. But again, keep in mind, these are not expenses that are actually costing them anything. This is just them accounting for depreciation. So you really have to throw that price to earnings ratio out the window when analyzing any kind of equity REIT. So the reason why I like the American Tower Corporation is because we are all using more data. There are more devices being connected to the network, and that is putting more demand on the telecommunications industry, and more carriers are going to need to buy space on cell towers. Now, when a carrier buys space on an American Tower Corporation cell tower, it is typically a 5 to 10 year contract. And one of the best parts of this is that they have inflation protection built in. So they actually have a set rate that their rent is going to increase every single year, and it is going to outpace inflation. So American Tower Corporation has built-in inflation protection through that increased rate every single year. The other thing is, most of these carriers renew their contracts. They have a very low churn rate. It's about 1 to 2%. So after that 5 to 10 year contract expires, most of the telecom companies go ahead and renew that contract with American Tower Corporation. Now, as a REIT, 90% of the profits are returned to shareholders in the form of dividends, and the rest of that money is invested into new real estate, more cell phone towers that they are able to rent out to other companies. So this is a very appealing business to me as an investor, and I think it is a suitable investment for beginners. And then 5th and finally on the list here, we have Lockheed Martin. They trade under the symbol LMT. They have a PE ratio of 27. They pay a dividend of 2.2%, and they have a beta of 0.69. Now, for me, it was between Boeing and Lockheed Martin, but I had to kick Boeing off this list because they have a significantly higher beta. So Lockheed Martin has a beta of 0.69, while Boeing has a beta of 1.65, meaning that Boeing stock is more volatile than the market, and that is why I don't see this as a suitable investment for beginners that are looking for very low volatility. Boeing is still one of my favorite stocks and one of my top picks for 2018, but for that reason, they did not make this list for my top picks for beginners. So Lockheed Martin is a global aerospace, defense, security, and advanced technology company, and their biggest customer is the United States government. In fact, 70% of Lockheed Martin's sales in 2017 came from one customer, and that was the United States government. That is what I love about this company, is they benefit from consistent government spending. Now, the reason why they are on this list is because defense spending is expected to increase over the next 2 years significantly. So a 15% defense spending increase has been passed for the US government in 2018, and this is the largest increase in over a decade. Now, on top of that, we are expected to see another increase in 2019 as well of around 7%. So Trump is requesting a 7% increase in defense spending on the 2018 levels for the 2019 budget, but that has not been passed yet. However, that 15% increase for 2018 has been passed. And when 70% of Lockheed Martin's sales is coming from the US government and they're increasing defense spending by 15%, I bet you guys can take a guess what's going to happen to that company as far as their earnings, their sales, and their revenue goes. So this increase in defense spending will significantly benefit two companies. Those are Lockheed Martin and Boeing, and that is why those are two of my favorite stocks for 2018. But due to the low beta, Lockheed Martin fits on my list here of stocks for beginners. Anyways, guys, that is all I got for this video. If you want me to do a monthly update on these 5 stocks, leave me a comment below, because that's something I'm doing for my other series on my best picks for 2018. I could do the same thing, but on my best picks for beginners for 2018, where I update you guys monthly on the performance of these stocks and set up a dummy portfolio. So if you guys want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. And again, if you're interested in my new membership site, Stock Radar, it is just $14 a month for the next 4 days only. That price is going up to $19 a month on March 1st. But I thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to be notified of any future uploads, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you are interested in learning more about investing in the stock market, I've created a free course just for you. The link is in the description below. Here are a few other videos you might enjoy as well.